Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is T-Gigazilla here. I'm back with another video on Wild Hearts. And yeah, let's just say I made a boo-boo. I underestimated our skills. So, if you have, if you have come from Smocter's channel, I'm guessing you understand why we've made a boo-boo, or I've made a boo-boo. We have actually killed Emeritisu at doing the last try after our last recording of just fuckwads. So, this is where I kind of wanted to do our breakdown of Amortisa, because I'm guessing we have a lot to say here. Why don't you take the lead, I guess, shall we? What do you think personally of Amortisa after finally completing it?
Okay. After finally completing Emeritisu, I am not going to say that she is a terrible monster or that she was horribly designed. She is beautifully designed,
A strenuous challenge.
extremely challenge, but my only gripe with her, my only gripe, and I know that this is probably going to get worse later on, and maybe this is mean to say, but her hitboxes were giving me Plesioth flashbacks. There were
That's
times where I would be completely behind her, like a good 2 feet,
hmm.
and her charged up ring charge would still hit me.
It might be a thing where maybe there is a maybe the hitbox is meant to enlarge to catch you, because that seems very deliberate.
I know, but just like, and then there would be other times where I'm right underneath her and it wouldn't touch me. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So, my only gripe is I did not understand where her hitboxes were landing because some of them seemed very scripted, and then some of them seemed to be completely kooky as all hell. Other than that, I like her design. I do like her fight. I like the fact that it's gimmick.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to that kind of a test, like just to show you what you've done.
Yeah,
Because
and
we thought it was very like you need to do a certain thing. No, she's very just much a just a one-on-one arena fight, which I think is a very unique thing for this game, right? In this term of the story.
yeah, no, and I don't have any complaints about her actual fight itself. It's fine. It's still unnerving that it's taking place in Minoto. Like
Oh,
I
for
don't think
sure.
I'll ever get over that.
Yeah, this is the first time I think any Monster Hunter like game has done that. From my understanding, I could be wrong because I had not played games like Dark Souls, but I played Monster Hunter and seen a lot of Monster Hunter footage, and then now obviously played Wild Hearts. It's hard to know exactly.
But just I will say it never gets old or not unnerving. The fact of fighting her in Minoto, that feels so wrong and scary.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind of
like
yeah, it's really
see this
weird.
safe village you've kind of been establishing as like, oh, this is home base. This is, safe area. And now you're fighting boss mode in safe area and you're like, I'm sorry, what?
It is comical though that our house is comedically not affected by this. It's like really the one building in the entire square, and you didn't hit that one. Why?
She just looked at it and she's like, God, that thing's destroyed enough. That thing's ugly as fuck. I'm not touching that.
No. She smelled the scent and like, oh hell no. Well, I ain't touching that guy's territory. Fuck that.
Yeah.
But yeah, in my personal opinion, I think this fight feels like you're fighting Nurg in World. Like this is a proper test of what you know and what you've learned up until this point. And it's done very well. There's a little bit of bullshit in some of her light based moves, but I think again learning it better and understanding how this game works more, I think we'll get it. It just some of the light moves were a little bit over the top
Yeah.
personally, but I think realistically she's a fun fight. She's oppressive as fuck, and I do get Deathstalker vibes from this fight, which I think is really well done.
Yeah.
So okay, So then, here's another question that we can throw in because we have to talk about for about 15 minutes basically for this to go down. Where do we put Amaratisu in our list of the best monsters in Wild Hearts?
Okay.
Because
I'm going to pull up physical list.
right now we have, from my understanding, we are just past halfway on the monster count of the unique creations. And the fact that we are also now in chapter 4, spoiler warning. So we are in the penultimate chapter of Wild Hearts. I'll go first since you're looking it up. I think Amaratisu. I will say this: she's not as great as Deathstalker. I think after you learn Deathstalker is an amazing fight to get down and really works. I think though she's definitely in my top 5, probably 4th or 5th. It's definitely an oppressive fight, but it's an interesting dynamic, especially again adding in the fact that we are fighting her in the hub town, which is the first time I've ever seen a monster in a game do that. And I will admit, when she does go in rage that first time, that is probably the most holy shit moment you could probably have for an enrage. That's I think scared both of us the first time we saw that.
Yep.
So I'll put her in my top 5. If I had to be a bit heinous about it, I'd maybe say top 10 at the very least. She definitely is a unique fight, and definitely asks you to push your gameplay skill.
Yep.
Something that me and you are not very good at.
You don't say.
Well, hey, at least you didn't die. I died. I was the one that died.
Take test card. Okay, I do need to find another test to upgrade my creature. And a Foretail, and yeah, I need to fight Tisu again. Anyway, for me and my placement of her, Deathstalker is by far still my number 1.
100%, yeah.
There's just something about ice monsters in general that I've always been really like drawn to. It's gonna sound weird, but to be honest, Amaratisu is kind of tied with Cobalt.
Really?
Yeah, Cobalt was my number 2, just because Blue Flame.
Right.
And the fact that his digging was just kind of like a funny addition to already Lovebac's quirky, moveset.
Yeah.
But Amaratisu, the beauty of him turning from green to red, and then just getting that ring, and something big is happening.
Yeah, it's interesting that it kind of embodies the season almost. Like, it goes from, like, a spring to a fall.
Yeah. No, and more than anything, what really just... that ultimate move is just beautiful to look at. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, it's terrifying, but it's beautiful to look at. I like Cobalt's, enraged state, but I feel like they really missed a chance to, like, turn him into a living fireball.
Yeah, well...
but regardless of anything, Amaratisu and Cobalt are kind of tied for second place. So, not sure which one's going to come out on top. After grinding Amaratisu, that might change.
Probably will, yeah.
But I will say who's coming in right at third place is Pearlbeak.
Yeah, see, it's weird because I have Fumebeak in my top 3, but not Pearlbeak. Because as much as I like the water kind of bird setup, I think Pearlbeak has a little bit of jank with him, just personal jank, which doesn't quite feel right with me.
Gotcha.
Whereas Fumebeak, I feel like, is the better of the two. Like, it embodies the monster concept better in my eyes. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
yeah, for sure my top two, Deathstalker and Fubeak. The rest are really close, which is why I said top five to top 10 at least. Because
yeah.
my stigmatisms are, or I guess my list is a little bit closer, I'm guessing, than yours is. Because it's like all these guys are so unique and so interesting concept wise. It's hard to really like get pinned down a list. At least for me. I don't know about you.
Well, and the one thing I know you mentioned this before, but I really do give Wild Hearts props on one specific thing. They have yet to use a dragon.
Right, and like
Yeah,
we mostly been fighting birds, monkeys, and mammals. Like we've been mostly going after mammals and birds.
yeah. That there has not been a single dragon. And to be honest, like, you know, Fred's seen more than I have. I'm trying to remain, mostly blind to
Right.
the, later monsters. But let's say that there is no dragon. That honestly, to me, is beautiful. The fact that they can design such unique and creative creatures without having to use a wyvern.
Well, and you know what's more funny and ironic? Guess what the first Monster Hunter had? It was all wyverns. It was all dragons. So if they can pull
Yeah.
the reverse card on that's incredible.
Yeah, no, and I give Wild Hearts props. It's so easy to create a monster game with a dragon.
Oh, 100%.
Freaking
Dragons are the
like
most popular thing in
setting
fantasy.
aside,
Yeah.
yeah, setting aside Monster Hunter, you got Dark Souls did it, Elden Ring did it,
Dragon's Dogma.
God of War has done it multiple times.
What game hasn't had a dragon in it?
Yeah. So to design such a beautifully designed game that has unique and wonderful monsters without even utilizing a dragon, one of the go-to like fighting monsters, I give them props because that's taking a chance.
Oh yeah. Well, and I think also what's interesting is these monsters do not follow the same rules as other games do, which I think is a very nice detail change. Because while
Yeah.
yes, they still are animals like Monster Hunter, they aren't animals. They're almost like demons in some regard, or gods in others, because of how they're connected with this world, with the strands and everything.
Yep.
It almost seems like they're kind of a like the old like 1800s were like or 1700s when like there was god animals that were renowned as like the greatest of all time or whatever, or
Yeah.
like shrines that worshipped certain animals as gods. That's what it feels like, and they're doing a great job at keeping that up. 'Cause I bet you, I think every new monster we're gonna fight is gonna have some relation, especially the ones that are unique and aren't like variations.
Yeah. Well, and I'll say this as a final comment. The one thing I will say that I don't think Wild Hearts really kind of like thought about is they they could have, the only critique I would have for this game so far is realistically this, I'm pretty sure, is on the same engine as most of the other EA games where they could have had seamless transition. So the fact of the matter that we can, when you're in single player, I don't know if you've seen this personally, Fred, but you can transition from area to area without opening a map.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, you can transition from area to area. Um, so like with the Haragasi Way or whatever, the place we went to before going to the fort, before going to the ice area,
Yeah.
you can actually follow the path to the ice area and then go to the ice area camp without opening the map.
Interesting.
So I'm fine with that transition idea, but Wild Hearts missed a perfect opportunity to just have a seamless world, kind of like Wilds. Now I understand, this was during the Rise and Sunbreak era.
Yes, this was 2019.
Yeah. But that technology still existed in games like Elden Ring and things like that.
Actually, no, it's been like
So,
2022 or whatever. Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
yeah, so Wild Hearts could have had a seamless transition between areas. I think that would have improved it, kind of like, it just would be kind of interesting to see, like, you're fighting a King Tusk, and then suddenly you see Goldshard walk up in the area because he wandered too far from his base area. That would just be kind of funny, in my opinion.
Right.
So, but all in all, I am not going to say any of the monsters we fought have been bad.
No.
However, and I'm going to ask you this now, kind of as a return question. As of so far, who do you feel is the most forgettable?
Ooh, the most forgettable. Oh man. I'll be honest.
We gotta have something mean.
I'll be honest. This is probably just because we have probably not fought it enough. But right now, I think Sap Scourge hits that one pretty hard.
I have to agree.
Well, and I think it's just down to the
like-
fact that Sap Scourge doesn't have a variation like Rage Tail, like King Tusk, like the other guys we will fight later. But like he seems to be the odd man out. Now I could be mistaken. He could get a variant that I'm not aware of yet, but he seems to be the odd man out.
Yeah.
Because right now everyone we have fought except for Sap Scourge and Deathstalker, I think, yeah, have had variants or will have variants. Sorry. For the fighting. And so it's weird because besides Deathstalker, besides Amaratisu, for the moment, it's him that is the only one that's missing a variation.
Yeah.
And it feels weird.
No,
I like the Sap idea. I do. I think it's a little random, especially for the second monster fight. But I do like that idea once you get to learn it. Also, it's doing the cutscene. Which
is it?
Yeah, so you'll see my footage on that. But I think Sap Scourge is the weakest. Now, no disrespect to Sap Scourge at all. Sap Scourge is still a cool fight. There's a bit of jank to it, but there's some tutorial building that he does, and I like those games. I like the games that each monster tries to teach you something new. I like those games.
Yeah.
It lets you build a toolkit of muscle memory.
But yeah, no, I have to agree with everything. Like, Sap Scourge, I feel like he did his job well enough, intro you to ailments and how to get rid of them, or at least that telling you that there's ways to get rid of ailments. Right. But I just don't feel like he was given a full run. I just feel like he was kind of used as an intro and then swept under the rug.
Which is kind of weird.
Titsy from World.
Well, it's weird because Sap Scourge has his own areas as well in the Higarasi Way. So it's weird that they gave that much attention to detail and didn't use the asset again. It feels weird. Now, again, going back to Monster Hunter, obviously, Rise and a lot of the portable games skipped over variations in general. And I understand that because, obviously, back in those days, especially with the original portable games, besides the first two, so Portable Third and Generations, adding more assets was harder on the systems. So I get that. But here, it's different because we are running this on PlayStation, which, and again, Wild Hearts, as far as I know, is not compatible for Switch, as far as I know. I could be wrong. So it's easier to kind of bolster the roster. Now again, this is a game that also had, again, like Monster Hunter, had some updates and everything. But at the end of the day, as far as I'm aware, Sap Scourge was just by himself with nothing.
Huh.
So it's weird. It's kind of like... Actually, here's what it's like. It's like Great Jagras. Well, yes, Great Jagras was the first ever monster to fight. Of the ancient forest residents, besides Kulu, I think, he did not have a variation. Everyone else in the forest did. Now, maybe since he's a tutorial monster, but you would think that there would be at least something to refresh Jagras, and in Iceborne, he only got faster. He didn't get anything new to him.
Well, the one thing he did get in high rank, not master rank, high rank was obviously the greatest Jagras quest.
Which was just like a fun little event, yeah.
Yeah. So like that was his kind of tribute, is he was there to farm decorations. But then in master rank he did get one new move, I believe. Because I remember he got one new thing. But then other than that, yeah, just got swept under the rug.
Yeah, and then Pookie, Toby, and Janath, and obviously Rathalos had Azor in high rank. But then those three all had a subspecies. Yeah, a subspecies in Iceborne.
Yeah.
Now, again, this pattern still follows because Kula didn't get anything, Zitzi didn't get anything, Gyros didn't get anything, and Dodo didn't get anything. But for Wild Heart, especially if this is just going to be a one-and-done game, I feel like they could have gone all out and tried to make another variation of Zap Scourge. Now, whether that was the plan or not, who's to say?
Yeah. Hell, if one of the Zap Scourge variants was literally a sleep Zap Scourge, I wouldn't mind that in the least.
Heck, actually, would be a really interesting idea. Do an ice Zap Scourge or a water Zap Scourge.
That'd be cool too.
Ooh, like at a tar.
Ooh,
that could get interesting. Okay, we'll leave our imagination another time. But again, yeah. it's that's kind of what you want, especially if it's just a one and done game. And I will say, the people who made this game went all out. They went to the lengths they did and put so much time and effort into these guys. I feel ashamed even calling any of them forgettable. They're so well crafted, they're so well designed, and they're meant to push you. And that's what I love. They are pushing you in your head. They're pushing you in your skill. Now, yes, is it oppressive? Absolutely. But that's the fucking point to these games.
Yeah. No, and I don't want to say at all that they did a bad job on any of the monsters. They did not. I will not say that a monster was terribly designed. Would I say that there are definitely some move critiques and, or like we said, subspecies that could have been added that would have been great? Yes. But as of right now, that could change. But as of right now, I can safely say that there's not a single bad monster that, like, I just hate it. Like, there's nothing I like about them. I cannot say that there's any bad monsters in Wild Hearts so far.
Right.
That may change.
On, I think we're down to the last 15 at most, so we are getting there. So
yeah,
and I think it's only upwards from here, honestly, because we still have one locale to go.
Yep.
But yeah, I think personally, right now Wild Hearts is on a really good streak. At least in terms of the story, we've been enjoying the story as much as we've been giving people crap and all this stuff, but that's kind of how we operate. This game, I feel like, took what made Monster Hunter just as a whole good and tried to take it in a direction that wasn't too far from the formula but still felt fresh. Which, again, you want to do that. But here they put their own spins on stuff, and I love when people get creative about, especially their monster designs. Animal designs are something, and you know this for a fact about me, animal designs are the one thing that I love the most about anything. Games or not. I love learning about animals and understanding how they work and their designs in games as well.
Yep.
So seeing the creativity again, like we said, they are specifically going after birds and mammals right now. And that's great if they keep doing it. Because that would mean a game without wyverns. As much as I love reptiles, as much as I love them, they can get annoying to keep dealing with them. and keeping it fresh by having a unique set like that is awesome. Is amazing. So anyway, after all the talking, after about 30 minutes of recording, final thoughts. Amortisu, great fight. Just wish I didn't pull my arms out. You?
Yeah. Same.
So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, because of my ineptitude, I've not recorded a live reactions to this fight, so if you want to go check that out, Smocter's channel, and I'll probably put a link to the video down below in the description to find out where you can get those live reactions. And yeah, honestly, after everything was said and done, I'm T-Gig, that's Smocter, we're both fucking idiots, and we'll see you fucking next time. Later, nerds!
Die.